Hi, what's going on, guys? It's me, Dr. Digital, and today we're going to be taking a look at the best travel mounts to use in Ark Survival Ascended. Let's go ahead and start off with the fastest. So, the fastest creatures for land and air are definitely going to be the Gallimimus and the Pteranodon. Now, another creature that's actually surprisingly fast is the Giga, but that's just due to its sheer size, obviously. It doesn't have stamina, so I wouldn't use it as a travel mount. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and go with the Gallimimus here. So, this is its walking speed. Its walking speed's, nothing special. But once we get into the running speed, that's where you notice that the Gallimimus really does start to just kind of take off. And with all the changes to the creatures, obviously no movement speed on character or dinos, and just a lack of certain creatures, namely like the Maywing, some other creatures they added in DLCs, rock drakes, griffins. Up until we get any of those, Gallimimus, at least for land, is probably going to be the best. Now, we'll move over to Pteranodon real quick. Now, I'm going to go over in this Pteranodon's inventory. This is nothing special. It's a level 30 Pteranodon, but weight is a big problem, right? And weight is always going to be a big issue for Pteranodons, and that's why I will cover the next one after this, but it will definitely be your most fast creature. So, again, as of right now, launch on the island, the Pteranodon is going to be your fastest mount. It's also super maneuverable, right? You can really move this guy around just because of how small he is and how speedy he is. And to get an extra little speed boost, you can press C, which will spin you. Obviously, bad example. Let's go ahead and put some stamina into this guy just so I can give you guys a nice demonstration of C. There's certain players that still don't know that C spin's a thing, but I'll go ahead and show it off here. So basically, you just press C. It'll do a little boost forward. It does increase melee damage and gives you, I'm pretty sure it's like a 15% speed increase after. It's something around that. But anyways, for getting around the island, the Pteranodon and Gallimimus are going to be your fastest options. Now we're going to move into these three tames here. Now ignore that the Thylacoleus face is just a block. I don't... It's interesting, I guess. But let's start with the RG here. So the Pteranodon, let's take a look at levels. So the RG is a lower level, and I'm sure it probably has more stam, 440, and I pump levels in this one as well. So more stamina, 136 weight on the Pteranodon, and then we can look at the RG, 424 weight. So you can already tell what this guy's, mainly going to be used for. He's used to carry, and just this, out of any creature in the game, I would suggest moving around on an RG. It's relatively tanky for being a bird. Great weight. Also has weight reduction on certain things. So let's go ahead and pick up some stone here. Pretty sure stone is one of the weight reductions. There we go. We got some stones. Okay. Let's open up his inventory. 20 stone, weighs 10 weight in my inventory. In the RG, it's 5. Sorry. So he basically halves the weight of a lot of materials, which means that weight stat is increased even further. Or the power of the weight stat is even better on an RG because they have so many weight reductions. But again, relatively decent speed. It seems like in Ark Ascended they've actually tweaked its movement speed a little bit. It felt slower on Survival Evolved, so could be that. Next thing we're going to talk about here is the Iguanodon. Now the Iguanodon is not really that fast, but there's an interesting thing that the Iguanodon has over any other creature in the game. So if we look at our stamina stat, it's not going down. If we right click, we'll walk, right? Or this is our standing run. Then we start to lose stamina, but when you go on all fours, the Iguanodon actually has unlimited stamina and even regens lost stamina. This is insanely good, especially if you're not really at the stage for flyers yet, because super easy tame, and you can just run across the whole map. And this guy, since he's a land creature, also has decent weight. That's the one thing I'll mention right now, is that flyers tend to have slightly lower weight than land-based creatures. But the Iguanodon's great, so you don't need to worry about putting any points into stamina. So if you want to use them to harvest berries, you can put your points into, weight melee, or if you just want to use them to get around, you could go health weight to keep, you know, the stam up. Another amazing thing about the Iguanodon is it has a pretty high vertical jump. So you could use it, let's go ahead and give a little example here. You could use it to do stuff like this, you know? Just jump over a big rock. Oh no, how am I going to get up this cliff face, right? I'm just going to jump, and then jump again. And there you go. Back to infinite stamina mode. You can run around. And there you are. And for the last creature we're going to be talking about the Thylacoleo. So, I will say that one of the things that's happened between now and since Survival Evolved and Ascended is the Thyla's kind of gotten a little bit worse. So I don't know how much I would recommend it anymore, but let's just take a look at the running. Has a pretty good stamina pool. And since it's a carnivore, you can definitely, if any creatures are attacking you when you're, you know, on your adventures or whatever, the Thyla will make quick work with them. It's not like a big problem, right? Unlike any of the other creatures I've shown off, except for the RG. The RG can definitely fend for himself. But, for example, Galley or Iguanodon, if you get kind of in a sticky situation, they're most likely going to die. But a Thyla can handle, you know, Rexes, Aloes. Thyla is definitely strong enough to deal with anything that comes its way, other than a Giga, basically. But that's not what we're mainly talking about here. Obviously, he can defend himself while traveling, which is good. But the most important thing about a Thyla is that they can jump and latch on to cliff faces, trees, or even structures. Now, as you can see, I just kind of scaled the side of that cliff a little bit. It is a little bit buggy and finicky in this game, I will say, compared to any other game. I don't know if you noticed it there, how I kind of did like a double jump, right? It's gonna take some used to, like some getting used to for sure for a lot of players, because as you can see right now, in Evolve, he would definitely have latched up to that cliff already, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead and summarize everything real quick. So Gallimimus and Pteranodon are going to be your two creatures that you're going to use for speed around the map, right? Then Gallimimus and Iguanodon are going to be your kind of land pack mule. So obviously land and air pack mule, sorry. And then Thyla is kind of a general purpose, you know, sometimes can climb cliffs, so you can move around pretty freely with a Thylacoleo normally. And you will be able to defend yourself as well. So I hope this video was informative for you guys and you get some sort of value out of this. I'm definitely going to be doing a underwater, not really tier list, but underwater, you know, review of the creatures to see which one is the fastest, which one is going to be your kind of general purpose ones, like such as an Iguanodon or Argentavis. But I would like to thank you guys for all the support on the videos. Honestly, I'm at like 12,000 views, 11,000 views right now, and I've only been uploading for like 3-4 weeks. It's honestly just mind-boggling. And I had, you know, obviously on this channel attempted to do videos before, but I've never met so much, you know, I've just been bombarded with support. And I would like to thank you guys for, you know, all the help on the videos. And if you want to see more, I would definitely urge you to hit that subscribe button. Thanks. See you guys in the next one.